What is up? What it do, man? I want to welcome and give a shout out to each and every one of you. I want to thank you for tapping in to the best, most informative live on Tuesday, Friday, and whenever I feel like just doing what I do. Welcome y'all to Soul Source. Now, throughout the week, I know you all have seen me pop up, and I've been experimenting. I did a morning series called Manic Conversations, where we just discuss the things that drive us crazy, not necessarily sneaker related, but just what we feel is on our hearts, and we just want to get it off of our hearts and our minds and just relax and take a breather. I enjoyed that. Some of people have responded to that very well. That's just going to be something random, manic conversations, early in the mornings when I have the time, when I'm not going to therapy. That's usually the best time to get something off your chest. And a lot of times I know a lot of y'all are at work and stuff like that, and you all want to express your grievances that you have with your jobs and stuff like that without actually getting in trouble. Manic conversations is where you can do that. Also, I dropped a video about how to size the Air Jordan 11s. Now, I have images of the Gammas on there, but they're not about the Gammas. I have not done a review of the Gammas. I don't think I'm going to do a review of the Gammas. They're so old now that they've already dropped, so I don't think I'll do a review of the Gammas, even though I feel like I can give a more detailed review and more insightful information about it. I just don't feel like it's necessary. The Gammas are dropping again in LA this weekend for All-Star Weekend. I don't know if, speaking of All-Star Weekend, I also went live with Retro Rick and Maddie's Kicks last night. I don't know how many of you all were a part of that, but we did go live. Shout out to Retro Rick and Maddie's Kicks. If you don't know, go ahead and tap into there. He dropped a early look at the Air Jordan 1 Union LAs, and I'll pull up his YouTube later on in the show and give him another shout out. But he is the plug's plug, and he is the one that you want to go see and talk to if you are interested in getting early pairs, for whether you just want to flex, you want to do a review, whatever have you. Retro Rick and Maddie's Kicks is the avenue to go through for that. But we talked about a lot of the fights going on in LA for All-Star Weekend. We talked about how stupid they were that those fights were breaking out for little to nothing, because a lot of those shoes that dropped at All-Star Weekend are not reselling for anything, especially after all the fees and things like that. So that was a good time. Go ahead and check that out. One thing I want to say to you all is everybody coming in, I appreciate y'all. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Make sure you comment on tonight's live. Make sure you watch as long as you can, even if you're listening in the background. And then if you happen to catch this live on the playback, please give me a thumbs up. Please leave me a comment, because to the YouTube algorithms, I don't know why I couldn't say that. I've been saying that a lot, but to the YouTube algorithms, the thumbs ups and the comments are extremely important. Now they're starting to become more important than the views, and I don't understand how that works, but it's a thing now. YouTube wants to see that people are actually engaged in your channel. No longer can you have a bunch of people and they not be active. Tyrone Turner Senior, aka True to Size, what's good, my boy? He said, "What's good, HG? Did you change your handle name? I don't remember seeing 6991, man. I don't remember seeing that." But yeah, tonight we got a really good show. Like I always say, we're gonna be here for a good time, not a long time. You know how we do. But if you don't know who I am, let me introduce myself. I am HG. We talk about sneaker content, streetwear, and news within this space. We get it popping, and we also talk about some things on the side as well. We go back and forth in the chat. We joke, we clown, we laugh, we have fun. It's a good time around here. I try to do my best to be as informative as possible. We're going to talk about some upcoming releases and how to cop as well. We're going to get into all of that, all the inside knowledge. I know I'm going to be sharing it with you. Now, with that being said, I want to get into something that I touched on about 2 weeks ago. I don't know if you all remember about the live that I did about Kai Cenat and Vivid, the whole scandal and scam going on with that, where people had created websites off of his clothing brand's name. Now, his clothing brand has not launched yet at all whatsoever, but I have it pulled up on the screen right here. Here is one of the fake sites. One of the other fake sites got away with $100,000 of stolen money advertising fake AI products. All of these products on this screen today are fake AI images. This is the other website. 2 weeks later, this website is still active, and I want to show you how crazy this is and just let you all understand how powerful one person is and the magnetism of wanting a piece of what they do, how strong that is, that how far people are willing to go. So everything on this site, as you see, is not what you're going to get or ever get for that matter, because this is not the actual legitimate site. This is vividwares.com. Now, the other fake site that got away with $100,000 in stolen money is shut down. They shut down immediately as soon as they popped up, and they were found out. They shut down. But for whatever reason, some way, somehow, Vivid Wares is still active. Do not go to Vivid Wares and put your card information in, because even if they don't get your money, they got your card information and could possibly scam you. Now, these are all pre-orders. Casanat did not set up pre-orders. This jacket right here is $228, and 87% of the stock is sold, or the pre-order stock is sold, which is crazy. This green jacket, which seems to be the most popular, and this is all of this is up since the last time I reported this. So if you haven't been tuned into my channel, if you are not subscribed, if you have not seen that live and paid attention, what are you doing? Tell all of your friends, get them in the know. Share this video, screenshot or screen record, share this little bit of information so that people know not to get scammed. But this one right here, $228, is 96% sold for the pre-orders, so on and so forth. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen, and it's still going on, and nobody has stopped this. It's amazing to me how nobody has stopped what's going on here, and that this site is actually still running. And it just goes to show you, do people really care about scammers? We're going to talk some about some scammers further on in the show. I know you saw the thumbnail. We're going to get into that. Before we get into that, I want to talk about one of the biggest goings-ons as of tomorrow. That will be Saturday, February 14th. The Union LA Jordan 1 release. A lot of people are looking to see how to secure themselves a pair. I know a lot of you all are fiending for those. I know it is the current talk of social media within the sneaker and streetwear world over the last week, especially the last 48 hours. So let's get into that and let's talk about that. I'll go ahead and share it on the screen. I don't know how many of you all are familiar with my social media platform on X, Homegrown Kicks. Please, 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 please follow me. Let me say this. Let me make myself larger. Please, I'm asking you, follow me on all of my social media platforms: Facebook, X, TikTok, every social media platform I have, there's something different. I promise you. Instagram, I have Instagram. It's also different, but my Instagram is homegrown_kicks. And then I believe my TikTok is J, but it's also labeled as homegrown kicks. So you might have to look at it that way. But if you find it, it's J, also homegrown kicks, and you'll see homegrown kicks. You'll see what it is. But follow me there as well. I give a lot of different content across all platforms. I try to be different. But let me show you my X account. On my X account, I try to give you all the avenue for the best steals, deals, and links to releases. So like, as you can see right now, Via Sneaker Vision, the Pharrell Williams Addy Star Jellyfish raffles are open, and they opened at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They're releasing the white and blue pair, and then they're releasing the all black pair. If you want to see an early review of the all black pair, again, head over to Retro Rick and Maddie's Kicks. That's Maddies Kicks. And get a early review of that. Like I said earlier in the live, he also has a early review of the Union LA Jordan 1s up, set to release tomorrow, mañana. Speaking of the Union LA Jordan 1s, I also dropped via Just Fresh Kicks a lookbook of the Union LAs and then also the merch that's coming along with it. Now, I will admit I am not a huge fan of merch. I truly believe that merch is a cash grab or a crap grab. And a lot of times you don't get what you pay for. But this merch is actually good. This merch is fire. If you don't know who I am, and when it comes to merch, I am completely honest about these brands and the quality of merch material in which they do, because I did a video about 2 years ago with Union LA and the NFL collabing, and I said in that video, I don't know whose fault it was, if it was the NFL for dropping such a crappy product or Union LA for signing off on a crappy product, but the product was not worth the price. And you can go ahead and check that video out and see what I was saying. I also make merch myself, so I'm well versed in some of the things that it takes to do really good quality merch and give you your money's worth. But yeah, again, Union LA has some pretty good merch and it looks of decent quality. But here are some of the raffle spots for the Union LA Jordan 1s in the all white upper and royal blue lower colorway with the fragment logo design on the heel counter. We can start with Amamanier, and raffles opened today at 3 p.m. and end. No, raffles open today at 1 p.m. and end on February 15th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just to let you all know. So basically, all of the Whitaker Group stores are running a raffle for these, and these are going to be your most limited pair. Let me make that clear. The white ankle collar, royal blue lower with the fragment design on the heel logo is going to be your most limited pair. And you can fill out your raffle at Tier 0 stores like Amamanier, Social Status, APB, and Jade. And if you go to my X account, so you don't have to look very far for it, and I might be, making my chances a little bit harder, but what is a man of the people if he's selfish to the people that make him who he is? So I got to share it with y'all. But if you go to my X account, the post is there. Click the link. It gives you a direct access to the raffles and you can fill them out. It's an EQL raffle, for better or for worse. I know a lot of you all hate EQL raffles because of the fees that are associated with it. Sometimes a lot of people have been able to dispute and circumvent those EQL raffle fees. So you can always try that. I've never tried to, dispute an EQL raffle fee. I've just paid the fee because I'm like, hey, I got the shoe I wanted. I'm cool with it. Let's keep it pushing on to the next. But the retail price is $225, and the shipping fee is $10. And I believe the EQL raffle entry fee, if you win, you don't pay anything up front. So when you enter the raffle, your card is not charged, but you do have to put your card on file. Your card is not charged, but when you win the raffle, your card is charged. I think the fee is between $6 to $9.59 or $9.95. And then, of course, the sales tax varies from state to state. Some states don't have sales tax. Some states do have sales tax. So all in all, for me, I think once the actual shoe price and the sales taxes are added up, then the shipping, and then the EQL raffle fee, I think I would end up paying somewhere around like $240 for the shoe, which is not bad. I looked on GOAT and StockX, and I know we don't like to talk about what is it, resale prices, but currently I believe the white and blue pair, because it is more limited, I believe these are going somewhere between $600 to $1,000. Correct me if I'm wrong, I have not checked them recently. Prices may vary, they could have gone up or they could have gone down, but feel free to check that and put it down in the comment section below what the current resale prices are going for the Union LA Air Jordan 1 Union LA Fragment Air Jordan 1 High OG Sport Royal. That is what the name is for this particular colorway. And then we have the other one. This is the more readily available one via Chris Gibbs and Christian Faith. He said the royal blue black pair will be the easiest to get. The black and white will always be nearly impossible. Now the get rid of this now. And I'm pretty sure we'll find a better look at it. And if I can get a better look at it for you, I definitely will. But these right here are not my favorite. And I'll tell you, and that doesn't mean that they're bad by any stretch of the imagination, because I know a lot of you all are going to think, oh, this man is crazy. He's talking a bunch of nonsense because he doesn't like these. I'm not saying I don't like these. I'm just saying that these are not my favorite because they remind me of the Union LA Jordan 1 High Storm Blues. These put me in the mind of the Storm Blues. The only difference is the toe box is not blue. And I believe on the Storm Blues, the side panels were black. And then I know that the stitching was a yellowish gold stitching, like you see on the exposed edging of the upper wings area here. But you do get the Union LA tag. As you can see, you get the Fragment logo, which Fragment doesn't move me. Travis Scott couldn't even say Fragment. Fragment, you know, they had their time in the sun, in the limelight, and they just fell off. I don't know what happened, but it is what it is. And then you get that Union LA quintessential large Air Jordan Wings logo. Now, when they first dropped, when the Union LA's first dropped, a lot of people had their reservations about the large Wings logo. What do you all think nowadays? Do you prefer the incredibly large Air Jordan Wings logo, or do you prefer the regular size? Drop that in the comments below. And then you also get like a set of two-tone laces. It looks almost silver. Could be white, but I think they're silver to match the kind of silver stitching. And then the upper of the laces fades into a black. And then, of course, you know, per Union LA, you always get another set of laces. And I'll show you real quick. I have the last Union LA release, and like I said before, and it's more than likely going to come in a box like this. It might be slightly different because of the Fragment collaboration, but these particular pair, I said, were not my favorite. And I'm going to stick to my guns and say they are not my favorite. I have the Storm Blues. I am a huge fan of the Storm Blues, and that's what I like. But I will say I do like the fact that they come with extra laces. They come with 3 sets of laces, so you can swap them out. I know recently a lot of people have said that lace swapping is ridiculous and that they hate lace swapping. What do you think about lace swapping? Tyrone Turner Sr. said, are you on IG? I absolutely am on IG. It's homegrown _ kicks. Let me see if I can show you all that real quick. Where's my open Instagram? Let me see. As a matter of fact, I had a really good look of the Union LA Jordan 1s pulled up. But we're gonna get past that. Ooh, yeah. That was that fight that happened during All-Star Week. It was a couple of fights that broke out at All-Star Weekend, but let me go ahead and show y'all real quick. Let me pull that down. Stop sharing the screen. Pull that up. Show the screen. Boom. Is it this one? Yes, it is that one. So here we go, right there. And let me make this bigger for the fam. Right there. Homegrown underscore kicks. Jay got kicks. And as you can see, when I have the time, bouncing back and forth between all social media platforms, I post all kind of interesting stories. I post the information that you need to know about the instant Gottoms. For people that don't know about those, eBay caught selling fakes. Big brand designers stole design ideas. That was about Kith. I don't know if you all were available for that live. And then just a bunch of other stuff. Shoe photos and other things like that that have gone on throughout my time and my Instagram career. Photos all taken by me. Those are dope photos. I'm not gonna lie. I think those were the University Blue Jordan 1s. The ones a lot of people hated on, the Aubameyang Air Jordan 2s. I like them. They dope to me. The Lost and Founds. What else? The Air Jordan 4. Man, I took some really good photos. I'm not mad at that. Like when I took the only reason I'm patting myself on the back now is because when I took the photos, I hated them. I don't think I really liked the process, but now looking back at them, those are some dope photos. I must say, HG, you did a great job. But yes, homegrown underscore kicks. Jay got kicks is the IG. Please feel free to follow me on there. I've got about 1,200 followers on IG. So if you could please add to the follow count. I'm on Facebook as well. Appreciate you, Tyrone. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Tyrone Turner Sr. said the run fair fee is $9.23. There you go. Run fair fee is $9.23. Not really what anybody wanted to pay, but that's what it is. But yes, the last Union LA Jordan 1 release was of the Shadows and the Chicagos, and yeah, not my favorite, but I don't hate them. They're okay. I think, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna wear them this weekend for the raffle entries and for the release of the Union LA Jordan 1. So getting back to that, for a lot of people that do not know, your local areas, check your local areas, because a lot of your local areas are doing raffles for the white pair, the white and the white upper and the royal blue lower. They're doing a lot of raffle entries for those, and I think they're going to announce those winnings like Monday. I don't know when they're going to announce those winnings, but Union LA is selling the red and blue pair and maybe the white pair online tomorrow. I forgot the time that they're going to be opening the website, but follow me on those social media accounts and I will notify you as soon as that release goes live. As a matter of fact, I will be doing, and let me go show you all so you all know what to look for. Let me get out of YouTube Studio. As a matter of fact, let me go. I'll go here. Leave YouTube Studio real quick. Man, I got Retro Rick video playing in the background. Let's go here. And let me go ahead and pull up this for you all real quick so you all can see this. I know y'all want to talk more about the Union LAs and find out what the hell is going on, and we're gonna get back to it in just a second. But trust the process. Trust the process. Retro Rick and Maddie's Kicks. I'm gonna be going live on Saturday morning for the Union LA Jordan 1 release. We're gonna be going live on there. He's going to show you all what you all need to be expecting, and he's going to show you all some up and coming releases like the Wolf Gray 5s, the 10s that dropped, the Swarovski Crystal Ja Morant Air Force Ones, a crazy shoe, and much more. So be on the lookout for that. I will be linking my live to his so that, you know, we can simulcast. But, you know, as you can see, my man Retro Rick and Maddie's Kicks, man, he is on the rise. The plugs plug, man. All of your favorite big time sneaker shoe YouTubers have come to this guy to get their shoes so they can bring y'all early looks. So let's show respect to the people behind the camera, the people behind the scenes that make us all great, man. Let's show some respect to them and do our thing, man. So shout out to Retro Rick and Maddie's Kicks. But let's go ahead and get back into it. So again, like I said, the Union LA Jordan 1s are dropping tomorrow. Now, the next thing I really want to talk about, and we're gonna get to the elephant in the room, but that's Nike and the stupidity of, I don't even know if I want to call him a social media influencer, and that's no disrespect to the individual that's on social media, but when you do something so stupid, I don't know if I want to call you an influencer, but that's, of course, again, that's not for me to decide. But I want to talk about this really quickly. So, Palace. I don't know if you all are familiar with Palace, but Palace is one of the biggest brands next to Kith and all of these other brands that we know, love, and like to follow, Unique Low, and all those other kind of brands like that. Well, I don't know if you all saw my live about 3 weeks ago where I talked about Kith in particular stealing or allegedly stealing a design from a British designer and calling it their own. And then when he brought up allegations of theft, they took the design down off of their website, and the owner of Kith decided to respond with some petty videos and some stuff that just didn't really make sense. And Ronnie Fag, to be exact. And they kind of went back and forth on that. If you haven't seen that, man, go back in my archives and check that live out. Man, I got some good lives, man. I got some good lives that not enough people have seen. Maybe I'm going to start breaking my lives up and turn them into videos. Let me know if you all are interested in that to make it, you know, a little bit easier to get to the information faster. But Kith was called out, and now Palace has been called out. And not only have they been called out for stealing designs, but the kind of designs that they stole just make it even that much more of a idiot moment for somebody that has been in the culture and in the space for so long. And you start to think, are these brands for the culture? I know we've said for a long time that none of these brands are actually for the culture, and none of these brands were intended, per words of the designers, for the people that are wearing them, but they just kind of fell into the laps of those people anyway. And, you know, we've also asked the question, should they just suck it up and understand that money is money? And I don't know. I don't know. What do you all think about that? What do you all think about these brands that are like expensive, high fashion brands that really aren't making or targeting or trying to target the people that are wearing them, and having really vague negative things to say about the individuals that are being found wearing them. What do you all think about that? What is the solution to that? How do you get rid of that problem? I know what I would say, but more importantly, what would you all say? You all are the people. You are outweigh me. You are the masses. But let's get into this, and let's see what kind of foolish mess Palace is going through. What's going on with Palace? Let me see.
Hot water right now after fans find out their new canine collection is apparently designed by AI. In a now deleted tweet, Stefan Vasement, a famous AI artist on X, posted a picture claiming that he's the one who created this image. Fans are not happy about this, stating that this collection now feels cheap and weak and are not going to pay that high price tag. Is AI bad for streetwear? Let me know your thoughts down below. The clothing brand Palace is in some hot water right now after fans find out their new canine collection is apparently designed by AI. In a now deleted tweet, Stefan Vasement, a famous AI artist on X, posted a picture claiming that he's the one who created this image. Fans are not happy about this, stating that this collection now feels cheap and weak and are not going to pay that high price tag. Is AI bad for streetwear? Let me know your thoughts down below.
Okay, so first and foremost, let's talk about AI. In my Manic Conversation series, I talked about AI. I know a lot of people really, really hate AI. And for the longest, I didn't know why people were so upset about AI. But let's go ahead really quickly and do an overview of why people are upset about AI. So apparently, AI is dangerous for the environment because the heat that those data farms generate need to be cooled down some way. And in order to cool those data farms down, they use water. The water is then dumped back into the source and contaminates the drinking water for local population and local communities, i.e., or hence why AI is terrible. Now, I use AI, your opinions may vary on that. You might hate me, you might not, really care about what AI does, but I use AI because I didn't know. I didn't see the harm in it, but also at the same time, we got to kind of blame the people that are allowing the AI to continue. You can be mad at the masses, but you really need to be mad at the local governments and the people running what's going on that allow AI to continue to dump toxic waters into our waterways. And of course, we all need to take accountability and responsibility for those things as well. But moving on from that, next, he talked about people saying that AI created clothing wear seems cheap and that they weren't going to buy the clothes because they found out that the design was AI created. Well, I want to say this, and I want to challenge you all. When has any of these brands ever really given good quality stuff? Okay, now Palace is using Gore-Tex materials. That's from Gore-Tex. That company provides good stuff. Basically, Palace is like Supreme, and we all know how trash quality Supreme is when it comes to like t-shirts and undershirts and boxers and things like that. They just slap their logo on it. Palace does the same thing. Palace is not a creative brand. They're not a creative mind, and apparently, there's the proof that they're stealing artwork from other designers. Kith, on the other hand, I would say that Kith gives quality stuff. Kith is a little bit better when it comes to design ideas, but yeah, they're really no better. Let's be honest, they're really no better than like Supreme or Palace or any other designer for that matter that is involved in streetwear. Very few mainstream streetwear clothing designers have any originality. All of the originality are from unknown artists, and unknown artists get their designs stolen all the time. And these big name clothing brands use their designs and make thousands, and then the local designers are left being called frauds and things like that when they were the originators of the design. But for people to realize, all because they said it's an AI image, that the quality seems cheap or whatever, it is cheap, man. Come on. Why does it take somebody reporting that idea was stolen and that it's AI for people to realize that their stuff is cheap? I don't get it. Maybe you can tell me down in the comments what all of that is about. But yeah. So not only is it a stolen design that they placed on their clothing brand or their clothing merch, but it's stolen AI design. Really? Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing? And how often have they been doing that stuff? How
y'all dumbasses fell for it.
I myself have been dumb to what brands have been doing and been fooled by brands. Hell, we still get fooled by brands. We getting fooled by Nike. We get fooled by Adidas. We get fooled by a lot of big name things, all because of a name. Now, I'm not saying go out there and just purchase fake stuff, because there is a such thing as you get what you pay for. But I'm just saying, maybe if we dial back on spending this crazy amount of money, and I know that sounds crazy within itself from a content creator who talks about sneakers and streetwear and stuff like that, but maybe if we dial back on some of this expensive branding, it'll show the companies that we're not going to keep paying these stupid prices. Now, I've never known Nike to go back or go cheaper on the prices, but maybe we can stop them from continuing to go up, because over the last couple of years, we've seen Jordan 1s go from 160 to 180 to 190 and pushing the 200. Well, now they're in the 200s because they are using collaborations as an excuse to force us into, well, not force us, but to coerce us into paying $200 and other things like that. And hold on, let me turn my light on. Real quick. I don't know how many can see that. Let me see. I just love that light. Yeah, now you can see it. But and I love that case. Y'all check this out real quick. Y'all check it out real quick. Oh, I put the thing back in there. That is the dopest. Hey, that that seems extra. It's extra, but I love it. Dope sneaker box. It's got a nice LED light. I feel like it's got a serving tray. It makes me feel like the Fresh Prince or somebody like that. The Fresh Prince of sneakers, man. It makes me feel like that. But Average Sneaker Guy said, "What up, GHG? What up, Average? Hey, y'all follow Average too. Your Average Sneaker Guy, man. And the average, and what is it? And the average don't stand for average. I'm sorry, I butchered that, man. I don't know why it did that. But yeah, I think you should break down your lives into videos so it will be easier to find certain topics. Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna do that, and it'll give me more to post. So I think I'm gonna go back, download these lives, and then just break them down instead of relying on clips to the shorts to do it for me. So yeah, I appreciate that, y'all. Yeah, Tyron's trying to say, yeah, that's lit. But yeah, stealing art and stealing AI seems to be the new thing stealing art and stealing AI art seems to be the new thing, and using AI to design and scam people seems to be the new avenue for 2025, 2026, and going forward. The best thing we can do is stop buying this overpriced garbage because this is garbage anyway. I'm not gonna lie. Even before we found out it was AI, I mean, it's okay, but it's still garbage. It's not worth the prices that they charging. Let's go ahead and see what they actually charging for this. I have Palace pulled up in my tabs. Let me go ahead and see if I can still see it, because they said, like he said, Palace pulled it down, but last time I checked, they still had some of the art up, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. So this is Palace. This is their website. Let me see where it was that I saw that. I just decided to go on a little Palace mini raid and see all of that they had, and see if they still had any of the designs up and stuff like that. Now, the last thing I saw was like the baklavas or the balaclavas, however you want to pronounce it. I saw that they still had those up. Shout out to all my red cup, double cup family, man. I'm sipping on something good, a little bit of what is that juice? Simply lemonade raspberry, which is delicious with a twist, man. A little bit of something extra to get me through a long day and to get me through some tough times. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all drinking on this late at night. It don't have to be anything crazy. It can be just water, some good old H2O. I got my H2O right over here. And speaking of H2O, I am currently in partnership with Too Simply and their water bottles. If you would go to Amazon and check out Too Simply, they provide really nice water bottles in 24 and 32 ounces for a really good price. It keeps your cold for up to 32 hours and your hot for up to 12 hours. If you use the promo code homegrown kicks, I believe that's what it is. I will later start putting the promo codes and the links to that in descriptions once I figure all of that out. But if you use the promo code, it saves you 20% off. It helps me a little bit, and you get a really good water bottle with made out of stainless steel, a really good sturdy design that keeps what you need it done. It's got the sip top that comes with a straw and a pipe cleaner for the straw. And it also has, I think they call it like the guzzle feature, where you just press the button, the top pops back, and you can drink it that way. So you can put soups in here and hot drinks in there. And then it also has this really convenient handle that you can put on your carabiner, and it also fits in small carry bags like this. And I know a lot of people don't like to hear commercials or plugs, but I had to just get that out real quick. But as you can see, it fits in my carry bag and keeps my cold water cold and my hot drinks hot. So if you feel like it, support me on there. And like I said, it can be purchased on Amazon. That's Too Simply. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at Palace website and see if they still have that quote unquote AI garbage still up there. Let me check that out. So I don't see the jackets. And if they weren't stealing their ideas, if they weren't stealing somebody's ideas, they wouldn't have took them down. That's what that is. That is the weirdest thing to me. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. We're in the hats. Yeah, I think they took everything down. Because the other day, okay, they got these still left. Because I was like, the other day I saw the balaclavas or something that was still up. So they have the Canine slip mats in black. Slip mat is greater than a yoga mat. I don't know what the hell these are. Maybe you all can tell me what the hell these are. But yeah, that's the design. And they still have some of their products still up. Okay. We got the grown going on. Tyrone Turner Sr. said he's enjoying a glass of dry red wine. I fuck with that. I fuck with that. I like the red wine. Sometimes I dabble in wines and things like that. I'm trying to be more adult. I'm trying to be more sophisticated. But yes, apparently Palace did not take all of their merch down from the stolen AI design, and they, I guess because it's all the way at the bottom of the page, they was like, yeah, okay, y'all saw the jackets that we stole. Who's gonna see this all the way down here at the bottom? Yeah, because it's all the way at the bottom. Because as you can see, we went through all of that. They took down the jackets, they took down the balaclavas, or the baklavas, and everything else, but they didn't take down the mats. But yeah, like you can see when it comes to, and let's see, because they got a Gore-Tex jacket up here. Let me see. Okay, it's hockey jerseys, because I saw it was on a hockey jersey. How much were they charging for this? It doesn't say because it says sold out. So I wonder if this is like, and I guess a lot of their stuff sells out. I've never bought anything Palace. So a fantasy jacket is $200. Let's see the Gore-Tex. Let's see if I can find that Gore-Tex jacket. I thought I saw a Gore-Tex jacket. Let's take a look at this. Fantasy warm-up crew. That's not a Gore-Tex jacket, but that was $158. Let me see what else. Jerseys, $148. So somewhere between the $140 to $200 price, $200+ price range for different items. And I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just hard to please. Maybe I'm just being difficult, but it's not a crazy design. It's not really saying anything. It is what it is right there. It is what it is. And I'm not too impressed. I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think. Have any of you ever shopped at Palace? Let me know what you think about what they do. Let me know what you think about the quality of their products. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it mid? Am I tripping? Basically, y'all let me know in the comments down below. What we got next? Next up, let me see. One of the most idiotic things I've ever heard on the internet, all for admiration, all for clout, whatever you want to call it. A social media influencer recently, I guess, kind of vlogged. He called it his midlife crisis. And he vlogged himself buying clothes and putting on fits. Recently, he came out and said that he is now going through some level of bankruptcy or financial ruin because he was buying high fashion designer clothing using pay in for Klarna, and he can no longer afford to pay all of those credit loans off, which is one of the dumbest things I have heard in 2026. Now, he isn't the only one that has reported to have gone broke trying to keep up and pay on social media. Other people have done it, but this is crazy. The social media influencer goes by the name of Valency Owens. You can't make this shit up, people. Yes, his name is Balenci Owens.
This shit is crazy as fuck, nigga.
This shit definitely is crazy. So, Balenci Owens, again, with 26,000 followers on TikTok, fell into what he calls a shopping addiction. He said he has a shopping addiction. Let's take a look at some of his videos, and then I'll show you all the reports about him not being able to afford the things that he is buying. So if you look at Balenci Owens 2, because his first account got shut down. I don't know why his first account got shut down. It is what it is, but he came out back on TikTok with Balenci Owens 2. He's got 26,000 followers. It seems that he has gained more followers after saying that he is going through financial hardships from using Klarna and other pay-in-4 loan services to buy all of these overpriced designer fits. And basically his thing is Balenciagas and Rick Owens fits. So let's check out some of these fits that he put together. So one of his fit checks.
I got this Balenciaga carpenter denim with a Balenciaga zip up, a white Rick Owens level tee, a Balenciaga hat, and a pair of Balenciaga Puma speed cats, and I've never done this before, so fuck it. Let's try a transition.
Let me turn that sound off. I forgot, boy. I forgot you mess with sound on YouTube and they will cut you loose. I mean, and he's paid thousands of dollars on pay-in-4 for this. And you can get the look out of this jacket from a Nike Tech Fleece or something less than $100. The hat is just a basic trucker hat with a long brim that's overpriced. Puma Speed Runners. I can only imagine how much he paid for those because it's a Balenciaga collaboration. And then a pair of Jinko jeans, a pair of big ass Jinko jeans from back in 04, 05, 06 that he's probably paid way too much for. I mean, it's a basic fit. It is a basic fit. And I'm not even hating. I'm not even hating on the dude. Do what you do, but there becomes a point where you have to draw the line. And I draw the line at putting myself in financial ruin to put on fits for young people on the internet just to leave comments like this. This guy is my fashion role model. Keep looking fly, Unc. Unc, you look amazing. They are lying to this man on the internet, and he is eating it up. Where was that? Like, what are we doing here? What chat, am I tripping? What is fire or iconic about what he's putting together? This is what he outfitted with a pair of Nike Mummy Dunks. What the hey, Southern Charisma. Shout out to Southern Charisma. What's going on? Thank you for coming through to the live. Men wearing gaucho pants now. I guess they are. I get gaucho pants, wearing outfits for the internet, going financially broke because you putting thousands of dollars worth of clothing on pay-in-4 that you can't technically pay for for other men and other young men on the internet. Like this doesn't even match. This is not even fly. This is so early 2000s. But I don't know. I digress. I think I was gonna say I think I'm going in too much on this guy, but no, I'm not going in too much on this guy, and people have not gone in on him enough. Like these people that are telling him he looks fly and all of this, they don't care about you. Okay, Valencia Owens. This is a heart to heart. I know you have a shopping addiction, but at some point, my guy, you've got to let this go. You're riding on the high of a few people telling you look good. You got 26,000 followers. I know it's not indicative of your followers, but your comments do not show or are an equivalent to your follower base. And the people that are telling you in the comment section to keep going, they're not your friends. They don't care about you. They only just want something to look at. And going broke for that is not the answer. Going broke, you could buy a lot of this stuff secondhand for the actual price that it's actually worth. Look at this one. Okay, look at this one. What in the big time idiot is going on here? Let me see if he got me. Yes, he does. What look is this? It's not grunge. It's an attempt at grunge with the shirt. It's an attempt at biker with the boots. It's an attempt at everything and a complete failure. And I think this guy is married. And he's got to be in his late 40s. And somebody said looking like a true model for Balenci. Sick as fuck. Is it hard finding others in the same age group that are into fashion as much as you are?
This shit is crazy as fuck, nigga.
Hear me and hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass.
I hate to do it. I hate to do it, but this is terrible.
Don't get mad at me, nigga. I'm here telling the truth. If somebody else should have told you that.
Balenci Owens, please stop. The crazy thing about it is you are in financial ruin. You are going broke. And you have to now find out or figure out a way to pay off all of these credit loans so that you can pay your regular bills. And none of those brands sponsor you. Now, via the power of the internet, anything is possible. But as of right now, you are in the shitter, and I'll show you. Let's go.
Of course, I was putting it all on credit, and I've never missed a payment, not one. I am in the hole. I'm not buying any of these things straight up. Of course, I was putting it all on credit, and I've never missed a payment, not one. I am in the hole now, and I have to focus on actually paying for bills that matter.
Do not go broke buying clothes. This is Balenci Owens, and I'm not making this video to clown him at all. I think what he did is actually very brave. He makes videos like this.
Balenciaga hat, the Gucci glasses, the Balenciaga polo with the Somar hoodie, the Balenciaga flares, and the Air Jordan 4s.
And I've seen them time to time, and I've always thought, how is bro affording all these clothes? But in the back of my mind, like most people, I knew. It was Klarna, it was Afterpay, it was credit cards. And I suggest you all go watch the original video. It's about 5 minutes where he just breaks down how it happened, how quickly it escalated, and the financial situation that it's put him in. Social media is fake. When you look at a fashion creator with a bunch of clothes, there's a high probability he's in a lot of credit card debt or he gets all this stuff for free. If you need to make 4 payments of $20 for an $80 hoodie, you do not need that hoodie. Shopping addiction is real. When that package hits your front door, that dopamine spike, I get it. And I'm even going to try to be better at, showing you guys affordable ways to like up your fashion game. I'm going to try to help you guys out, but please, Klarna, Afterpay, credit cards, like you do not need to be putting clothes on credit. Please.
That's crazy. Now, I don't know. Like he said, go to the video. I tried to find the original video for you all. I could not find it. If I can find it, I'll put it up on my IG at homegrown_kicks, or I might just put it up on my TikTok. It's J homegrown kicks. I don't know which one you got to type in because somebody had at one point stolen my TikTok account. And I went through hell and high water just to get it back. So I had to change a couple of things. But homegrown kicks on TikTok or Jay, whichever one. Instagram is homegrown_kicks or Jay got kicks. I'll put it up there if I can actually find the video of him talking about how he went into financial ruin. Now, I will say, the guy said you shouldn't be putting clothes on pay in for, which I honestly believe that is absolutely true. But if you have the money to do it, do it. Like, as long as you can pay it off, and it won't. Let me add this because people will come across this live and they'll hear this portion and they'll just be like, what are you saying? Are you stupid? If it's not going to put you in financial ruin and you have the ability to pay for it 3 times over, putting it on pay in for to kind of help your credit or give you an extra side source of credit, paper trail, do it. But doing what this dumbass midlife, oh my gosh, I hope I don't act like this when I hit midlife, or I hope I never go through a midlife crisis. But what this dumb ass did is completely the wrong way to go about it. Let me go to Google and let me go to Balenciaga. Now, I know like a pair of Rick Owens shoes will run you $1,000 at the very least. Let me look at Balenciaga. Let me see if you all can see this. Okay, yeah, you all can see this. So let's see what some of Balenciaga's prices go for. Balenciaga men's Discover. Why? Oh my gosh, why is it so much to look at Balenciaga shit? So Balenciaga shoes, and let's look at these boots, because I think these are the boots, some of the boots that he bought. So the Venom High boots go for $2,490. On the cheap end, the Venom boot regular goes for $1,995. These right here, the Venom City Booty or the dumb ass baby booty boots, go for $2,390. What are we really doing here? What are we really doing here? Southern Charisma said, "Playing dress up for social media." Exactly. What is the point? I don't see the point. If you've already got it in your closet, man, and it's something that's been a part of your wardrobe and you want to dress up and take a picture of it, take a picture of it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with feeling good about yourself. And if you want to post it to social media, post it to social media. But don't go out of your way and go into financial ruin just to post a picture or a video and hope. Like, to be honest, social media does not pay like that. The only place that I know on social media that pays like that is Facebook. Where people, I've seen people make thousands of dollars from one video. I've seen it with my own eyes. Other than that, like, these social media spots are cheap. So being a content creator is not some kind of well-paid, glorified job, because it's not easy at all. What we do is not easy. It may sound easy, but not everybody has the gift of gab. Not everybody has charisma. Not everybody has the it factor. But it's not a profit. It's not a marketable, profitable thing. You don't start getting into profitability with social media until you start doing collaborative brand deals. That's where the real money is. If you can branch out to other things and branch out to brand deals and get collaborations, then that's when you started making money. But just doing shit like what this guy is doing, you're not making shit. And to do this for a brand that does not give two shits about you, and you're ruining your life for this, is crazy. AG, I had to step away shortly. Did this guy do this for views? I think, to be honest, I think this guy was, like he said in his profile, my bad, y'all. I think this guy is going through a midlife crisis. He did express on his page. Let me see if I can get back to it. And I don't know if he's using that as an excuse or whatever. He's got to be going through something with a name like Balenci Owens, but under the title, it says, "Welcome to my midlife crisis again." I don't know if it is a true midlife crisis or if it's just a cry for attention, but he's definitely going through something. And I just don't know. Some part of it seems like an excuse for bad behavior. Some part of it seems like it might actually be a midlife crisis. And then the other part, another part seems like he's doing it for admiration from, young people, because that's all you're going to see that comment. I don't, to be honest, I don't know, man. I don't know true to side. I don't know, T. I don't know, but the only thing I do know is this is the dumbest decision you can make as what is midlife? Like 40 something, 40 something, 50 years old, whatever, 45 to 50-year-old male. This seems like the dumbest decision you can make as a 45 to 50-year-old male. At 35 is when men actually hit their actual earning potential and a level of high maturity. So this is actually going in reverse for this guy. I don't know. All I know is it's stupid, man. Tyrone Turner Sr. said, "I'm 49. I can't financially afford a midlife crisis." Right. Especially in today's climate. How can you put yourself in financial ruin? And you know what? I think at the same time, with him going through this level of admittance, he's hoping that the internet will bail his ass out. Y'all bail his ass out. That's what y'all want to do. For somebody like me, I ain't doing shit like that. But if y'all bail his ass out, hey, don't be surprised if he gets himself back into the same situation. Cause
this shit is crazy as fuck, nigga.
What he's doing is pure
bullshit. 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 Bullshit.
Yeah, you tell him. You tell him, little Stevie. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about Balenci Owens and him going through financial ruin because he keeps putting designer clothes, Balenciagas and Rick Owens on Klarna's pay in force system. At first, it was a good thing. Now it's probably the worst thing ever is probably the worst thing that has ever happened to broke people. Paying for it is probably the worst thing that's happened to broke people. And Balenci Owens, and by his name, is a perfect example of that. Now, getting into the meat and potatoes, of the live. And I know y'all saw the thumbnail, the title of the show, Nike fighting against fakes. Is it finally a good move? Has Nike finally entered the chat of chess? Nike basically has been playing checkers while everybody is playing chess, because when Nike thinks that they've made a big move, all these other people have been seemingly 10 steps ahead and make Nike's efforts basically futile. So let's go ahead. Let me go ahead and pull this one up for y'all. Where is it? Let me find it. Give me just a second. So right here via Sneaker Fortress, and shout out to Sneaker Fortress. They do a bunch of articles. Now, this is the first time I have been to their website and even heard of them. I heard of them via Instagram and other channels. Nike CEO Elliott Hill says the swoosh is back and the comeback is going global. Elliott Hill kind of reminds me of the guy from Dawson's Creek. And with that being said, I want to give a rest in peace to James Vanderbeek. I believe it was yesterday or the day before he passed away of cancer. I want to say fuck cancer. It's taken a lot of great people away from us. If you know anybody or, want to celebrate the life of somebody that has succumbed to cancer, put the breast cancer emoji in the chat, or put fuck cancer if you hate cancer in the chat, in remembrance or in celebration of the survivors or the loved ones that have lost their lives. But looking at the different articles, they seem to have some really good stuff. Nike Eminem album inspired sneakers showcase his discography. Biggie, Nike, Coogee sneakers pays respect to Notorious B.I.G. And these have got to be like a bunch of one-of-ones that we will probably never see. Rastafari, Nike SB Dunk sneakers bring bold color blocking. The Deadpool and Wolverine Dunk lows. But yeah, I mean, they've got a lot of pretty good articles, what seems to be. And you can go ahead and check that out on your own. It is sneakerfortress.com. Where you can stay in the know. You don't have to rely on me. But the one I wanted to talk about, the one that really caught my eye, is Nike's digital authentication system will end fakes forever. Let me repeat that for you all. In case you don't understand what this article is saying. Nike's digital authentication system will end fake sneakers forever. It has been a decades-long battle between retail and reps. We have gone through a phase where people were shunned for wearing or talked about for wearing fake shoes. Now it's kind of slid into an era where it's more so, wear what you want. We don't care. And to be fair, people who wear retail pairs and don't like reps have never cared about people who wore fake shoes. It was always, don't try to sell me fake shit telling me it's real for the price of real shoes. That's always been the problem. I don't know why anybody on that side of the sneaker hemisphere comes up with every other reason when every other piece of bullshit that they talk about is not the reason. It is stop selling fake shoes as real shoes. Stop trying to say, oh, it's one of one. It's not. Stop trying to say things like it's made in the same factory. It's not. Stop trying to make general comparisons to the real shoe if your thing is you don't care about whether it's the real thing or not. You just want something close to what you can't afford or what you can't gain access to. If that's what your reasoning is behind getting fakes, stop comparing them to the real thing. Let's stop doing comparisons so that you can try to pull people into buying fakes and try to say, look, why are you doing this when you can just go ahead and get these for $90, or you're an idiot for paying resale for a shoe that's only $15 to manufacture, when in case in point, people who pay for fake shoes or rep shoes are actually paying resale too, because the influencers are getting them for free to tell you all of these lies, and you're paying $165, $185, sometimes $200, sometimes $300 for a fake pair, and you don't think that's resale? Come on. But that's neither here nor there. I could go down that bullshit rabbit hole that a lot of people come up with for days. But let's get into this article and find out how Nike plans on ending the war between retail and reps, or retail and fakes, or retail and across that water for good, because they've been trying for a long time, and to be honest, they've been behind. None of their ideas are working. Okay, so it says Nike newly filed patent outlines a digital authentication system that embeds invisible fingerprints into sneakers and apparel. That's kind of crazy. Your shoe's going to have its own thumbprint. So does that mean like you're going to have to, like, if you get arrested, they're going to thumbprint you and your shoes? No, I'm just bullshitting. That was a terrible joke. I'm sorry. But it says, let me see who this article is written by so we can give them proper credit. By Gerard Saunders, February 5th, 2026, in Nike Trending. It says, according to reports on social media, Nike just filed a patent for a digital authentication system that could change how to tell if a sneaker is fake or real. Now, this right here, that kind of information is a little bit sketchy or skeptical to me. Shout out to Retro Rick and Maddie's Kicks, man. We talked about him earlier. He is in the building. Go ahead and check out his channel. He just dropped a video for the Union LA Jordan 1s that are set to release tomorrow morning on the Union LA website. King Vita said, what's going on, fam? What did I miss? King Vita, you got to check the playback. It's some pretty good stuff. We talked about a social media influencer going financially broke, paying thousands of dollars using Pay in 4 for designer clothing. We talked about the Union LA Jordan 1 drop. We talked about some of these popular streetwear brands stealing designs, so on and so forth, man. The conversation has been really enlightening. It's been really good. But like I said, Jordan and Nike have tried to do this special identification with their shoes and with their boxes by putting RFID tags up under the labels, and then with their shoes, let me see if you'll be able to see this. This is kind of embarrassing for me because I should have had this ready before. Dang, doggone it. Come on now. When I'm trying to do something and I'm trying to do it smooth and without delay, something always is in the way. Hey, that rhyme, man. Maybe I should be a rapper. What y'all think? Tracks coming soon from your boy HG. Apparently this one's stuck. I'm not going to keep wrestling with that. Let me look in the other one. So let me see if y'all can see that. Let me see. Let me make sure. Okay. Yeah, y'all can see that. It's a little fuzzy. But Nike and Jordan Brand came up with QR codes for the inside of the shoe. Now, the QR codes don't actually prevent or actually stop fakes from being, easily identified. The fake manufacturers just copied the QR codes. A lot of them, for that fact of the matter, actually work. A lot of the QR codes on the fakes actually work and send you to a Nike website, and the Nike website with the QR codes don't even work themselves. When you use the Nike app to scan them, they just send you to a blank page if it is a popular release. It doesn't even say sold out. I would have at least expected with that QR code for them to be like, take you to a site, not the Nike app site, but an actual site that says, hey, these shoes are authentic. Thank you for purchasing the Union LA Jordan 1. Or, hey, these shoes are authentic. Thank you for purchasing the Air Force Ones. But it doesn't do that. It takes you to the Nike sneakers app. And if it's sold out, it don't show a damn thing. Ohio 1986 said, what's good, homegrown? What's good, Ohio, man? It's been a minute, man. Glad to have you in the building. We're talking about a lot. And I don't know how long you've been here or how long you've been listening, but we've had a great conversation. Check the playback. Give me a thumbs up. Comment in the comment section, because thumbs up and comments are what the YouTube algorithms are now prioritizing and like the most. But the QR code and the RFID tag that they already implemented did not work. So I'm a little bit skeptical about how this new system is going to actually be effective, but let's go ahead and read through the rest. It says the new tech is meant to shake up the resale market and ensure sneakerheads that they have the authentic product in their hands. We've heard that one before. And let me make this big so you all can read it along with me. It says, but this isn't just another tag you peel off or a QR code on the shoe. Okay. Let's see what they got to say, man. Let them cook. It's actually an invisible fingerprint that can only be detected by an official Nike app, and it's going to change everything. But they said that about the QR code, and the QR code is not detected by the Nike app. They said that about the RFID. Now, I've never tried the RFID, and my phone has an RFID reader on it. Not every phone has an RFID reader, but mine does, and I've never tried it, so I don't know if it works or not, so I can't tell you about that. But if they've got to go to these new lengths, then I don't think the RFID reader thing actually works. But it's actually an invisible fingerprint that can only be detected by an official Nike app, and it's going to change everything. Okay, we'll see. It says the patent surfaced through a long breakdown by Sneaker Legal, a lawyer who focuses on sneaker-related patents. The filing covers footwear and apparel and outlines a digital authentication system that embeds machine-readable identifiers directly into the product. The patent also describes visual imperceptible patterns. I don't know how I almost messed that up, but hey, we saved ourselves. I stumbled, but I ended up landing gracefully. The patent also describes visual imperceptible patterns, conductive inks. Oh, so it's gonna have like some paints in it that are that conduct electricity. Okay. Magnetic materials and encoded grayscale color grids built straight into the shoe. Oh, what? 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 What are we talking about here? That's crazy. That's ludicrous. That's kind of I'm struggling here. Make a song about shoes. Give Nelly a run for his money. Man, I don't think anybody could ever, rival the two per. I need two pairs stomping in my Air Force Ones. But let's continue reading about this new tech that Nike says is going to change the way we identify shoes. A phone camera or specialized scanner can read it, but our eyes can't. It's like invisible ink. Okay, okay. I mean, now I'm kind of interested. And that's Soul Retriever and Sneaker Legal. And I guess we can go over to Instagram and check it out. But it says, but that's not all. But wait, there's more. The patent also outlines hidden zones within the midsole, each containing magnetic material with specific strength and flux density. Miss one tiny detail and the product fails authentication. So you can trick anyone with a good pair. So you can't trick anyone with a good pair of reps anymore. In fact, in order to counterfeit this system, a replica factory would need to match micro-coding patterns, electrical resistance values, and magnetic signatures across multiple zones on the shoe. That's not impossible forever, but it's not something a typical rep operation pulls off quickly, and it's a lot of effort. One Instagram user summed it up neatly. That might help for a couple of years until the rep manufacturers catch up, but it won't be soon. That's a lot to digest. That's a lot to take in. It says the reactions online are very mixed, with some for it and others against it. I'm sorry. So now our clothes will be able to track where we go. One commenter asked on Instagram. To that, I would say, if you're worried about being tracked where you go, why do you have a phone? And I guarantee you got an iPhone with your location on. So at this point, I don't know why people keep bitching and moaning about being tracked. You can be tracked from your cell phone. You can be tracked from your smartwatch. You can be tracked from your car, as long as it has navigation and stuff like that. You can be tracked by your vehicle. Hell, I'm pretty sure you can be tracked by the fillings in your teeth. Another took a calmer view. As long as it's not tracking user locations, I guess it's fine. There we go with that whole tracking thing. Why does it matter at this point? Because you all are already giving up your locations with your computers, your tablets, your cell phones, your cars, everything. Everything is tracking you. If there's a camera on the street corner and it has facial recognition, you're being tracked. So wake up, man. Stop being ignorant. Not sure what unlock resale means. Like, I can't resell items for a certain time period. Nike patent focuses on product data, not location tracking, tying authentication to serial numbers, factory locations, materials, manufacturing batches, and ownership state. It's honestly the best way to stop fakes. So what I want to question about this, and hold on, let me see what you all are saying. It said, look, the thing about these things is most of them work in theory. Plenty of people can hack technology, and pass fakes is real. Technology can also only go so far. We'll have to wait and see. Trust me, people always find a way. And then didn't they say that in Jurassic Park? Life always finds a way. Hey, I love Jurassic Park. Shout out to Jurassic Park. But so let me kind of summarize and theorize what this article is saying. But before I get into that, one thing that I want to make of note. So when it comes to Nike and Jordan Brand, everybody complains about quality control. Everybody complains about glue stains. Everybody complains about paints. Everybody complains about the suede qualities. Everybody complains about creases in the toe box. The leather is too hard. The leather is too soft. The leather is too thick. The leather is too thin. The leather smells. The leather smells good. The leather smells too bad, too good. The outsole is not perpendicular to the heel. The rubber on the bottom of the shoe, you know, everybody complains about quality control. So with all of these things that are going to be implemented in this new fingerprint and ID Is quality control going to be more on point? Will this cause them to limit the production numbers even further? Because in order to pay attention to detail, either you're going to limit the productions or it's going to cost us more. And that's another thing. How much is this new technology going to cost us? Is this going to be another reason they try to justify a price hike on already pricey shoes? So those are some things to think about. Now, when it comes to what I think that they're trying to say is going on, so I think this is more so of a ploy, not necessarily to stop consumers from receiving fakes, but to stop and identify these manufacturing companies who are creating fakes. They're trying to and have been trying to for a long time to determine whether fakes are being created internally or externally. And this with these fingerprint, quote unquote, fingerprint identifications between shoes is going to ensure a better way to narrow down what the hell is going on. Because I don't know if any of you are familiar, but Nike has been trying to track down these factories. They have been trying to prevent these factories from making counterfeit goods, and they have been trying to sue these factories. Nike has been on a suing spree for the better half of 2.5, 3 years. So for me, it only helps their agenda while costing us more. They're making more money finding these factories and suing them, all while our pockets are being drained for quote unquote new tech to help the consumer. So yeah, I don't know how that's gonna help. I don't know how you all feel about that. Please, again, put it down in the chat on the playback and let us know what you think about this. It said, but yes, the ownership detail raises eyebrows for many people. That's another good question. With these ID markers, will you be able to sell your shoes? And how will this affect resellers and early pairs that they like to release? That's a good question. While some are concerned about Nike using the system to track individuals, it's actually only meant to give Nike visibility across its supply chain. And that's going to really affect people who have been seeding pairs and selling pairs early. I don't know. Resellers might be in trouble too. This might be another strike against resellers as well. It says it's meant to address backdooring. Damn it, I said it. Call me HG Sneaker Damas, Negro Damas, whatever. It's meant to address backdooring and large scale theft. Problems Nike has faced repeatedly in recent years. So again, this whole thing about stopping fakes is only a side effect for actually trying to figure out who is doing what, who is snaking them behind their backs. Okay, now it makes sense. It says, if a stolen pair shows up, the fingerprint lets you and them know immediately. It also puts pressure on resale platforms too. Buyers would no longer need third-party authentication that sometimes misses. You won't need to have your shoes sound like a watermelon versus a coconut anymore. Are they making fun of Shimmy? Are they making fun of the chick from the sneaker conventions? Everybody, she's just catching strays all over the place. A quick scan could confirm authenticity and whether or not you've been duped. One user nailed the appeal. It's just going to be something to scan like a QR code that gives the details of the shoe. Game changer. I might start buying resale with this. I don't trust anyone if I don't hit on release day. I don't get the shoe, and I have a lot of shoes. So, yeah, this is Nike hasn't announced when or if this system will go public. Another commenter guessed it would appear on specific drops first. Not every release that sounds realistic. Rolling this out across all products will take time, money, and patience. What's clear is that Nike is thinking beyond basic anti-counterfeit tech. This patent doesn't just aim to spot fakes, it quietly tightens control over production, moment, and resale. Whether that feels reassuring or unsettling depends on which side of the sneaker world you live on. So, boom, that's what it is. Nike is basically trying to tighten the noose around resellers' necks and backdoors. You know, the thing that we complain about so much. We complain about people backdooring sneakers. King Vita said Nike is the next Hasbro. It looks remotely similar. Sue. I feel you, man. I feel you. So catching counterfeit manufacturers and counterfeit sellers is just a positive side effect from doing all of this. So I mean, I'm okay with it. I think it's cool. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about this. Is it worth it? What's the positives? What's the negatives? I can see both sides, but you let me know what you think down in the comments below. Also, I got to let you all know, please follow me on all of my social media platforms. First of all, though, hit that thumbs up, leave a comment, and watch the video, please. What if it's already out secretly and these boutique stores have no what if it's out with the Union LA Jordan 1 release? And they have no idea. Yeah, I mean, okay, so if Nike holds true to their word and they're going to tighten a noose around a metaphorical noose around the necks of these tier 0 stores backdooring pairs, we can actually see a lot of stores losing their tier 0 statuses or their their relationships with Nike and Jordan brand. And maybe that'll open the door for up and coming sneaker stores to actually get good products and give them an opportunity to be the next big thing and get really big collabs. Never thought about that, man. Ohio, you own to something about that. You own to something about that. But please follow me on all of my sources of social media, Facebook. I've been begging y'all to follow me on Facebook for forever and a day. It's Homegrown Kicks. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers. 100 followers, so I can get all this content out there and be able to go live on Facebook as well and reach a large mass of people. But follow me there. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter. We are currently streaming to Twitch right now as we speak. Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky, TikTok, all of it Homegrown Kicks except for Instagram, Homegrown underscore kicks. I can just see the jokes rolling from that within itself. But yeah, please feel free to follow me on all of my social media accounts. 2 simple water bottles. Type in the promo code Homegrown on Amazon.com. When I figure out how to post a link to the Amazon shop, I will do that along with the promo code. It saves you 20% off. Water bottles in 24 to 32 ounces. 24 ounce is, I believe, $20. So 20% off is a really good deal. Keeps your water cold for up to 30 hours and keeps your soups and hot teas hot for 12 hours in a stainless steel. Listen to that. No BS. Stainless steel, very well insulated thermos that can fit in a lot of your carry bags without any kind of taking up of excess space. But let me see. Right now, we have reached the portion, and I know sometimes we run for 2 hours, but like I said, man, we are always here for a good time, not a specific time. Oh, I like these. I actually rock with these. I need to know when these supposedly dropped. Oh, they have already dropped. So I don't know if there's any point in talking about these. I wish I had said something to you all when it happened, but I'll say something now. It is what it is. So Adidas dropped these really dope Japanese inspired gi kind of jackets, and they dropped January 30th, which was literally like 13 or 14 days ago. And I wonder if I can find me one, but they come in denim yellow, denim black, blue Asian. Wow, that's crazy to say. Why couldn't they have just said blue? Green, blue, gray, purple, deep blue, and red. I'm really feeling that blue, the light blue. I'm really feeling the gray, the green, and maybe like the purple. Y'all let me know what y'all think. But I thought these were dope. Like Adidas has kind of like missed the mark a couple of times, but there are times. Oh, that red looks clean. I like the actual photos, and then they got the white one too. But there are a lot of times where Adidas drops some really dope stuff and really hits the nail on the head. I can't be mad. The only problem I have with Adidas is when it comes to like the shoes and stuff like that. The shoes are like the really good stuff is really hard to get, and um they have more misses than they have hits. August 5th, I need somebody to help me get this. The Milwaukee Brewers are selling Naruto Milwaukee Brewers baseball jerseys at the stadium on August 5th. I need this. I think I'm gonna have to reach out to what you call it that is actually in Milwaukee to see if he can snatch me up a jersey, because I don't care what nobody say. As a matter of fact, okay, so I don't know if you all have noticed. King Vita said, for me, the positives, it would be easier to spot fakes and you would know what you were getting. The negatives, I mean, like there would be no competition, which is good, but then why release sneakers? True. And he said the black one is fire. So I don't know if you all noticed, but the camera quality is much clearer. That's because I figured out how to use my DSLR. I'm glad for that. I can actually also do simulcast, which whenever if I end up doing like live reviews and stuff like that, I can show you the shoe at the same time and you can see me talk at the same time. You all let me know if you would be interested in something like that. I know live reviews and simulcast used to be a really big thing, but that was only with big content creators. Let me know if you want to see that. Also, I got this really cool chair. And the only reason I mentioned this chair is because we were talking about the Naruto jersey. This is the Titan series chair from Secret Lab. And I ended up picking up this limited edition Naruto seat cover, which I am a huge Naruto fan. And I've been told and keep getting beat up on and said, put the cover on the chair. But it's limited. It is limited, and I don't want to mess it up. And I also ended up getting this Naruto Secret Lab limited edition lumbar support of not always mess up his name, Itachi's animal that he made a blood pact with. It's the dogs. As you can see on the side, it's the dogs. It's this one right here. It's the one the old one that has done most of the talking in the anime, but I got the lumbar support pillow to go with my Secret Lab chair, and I appreciate her for getting my chair. Thank you very much. I don't know what I would do without this. It has really changed the mood of my lives. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of changed the mood of my lives. It's allowed me to open my mind and be able to do the DSLR for 8K camera. You get the wide look, and see everything. And the next thing is going to be coming is the room is going to be different. It's going to have 4 different stations for content here, back here, and over here. And I'm going to be able to do different things like take photos, and then I'll have like the sneaker wall that's going to be cool as fuck. And then I have the entertainment area over there for if I have guests over to do lives. And then I'll have this back wall for like decorative purposes. And I'm going to start doing DIY stuff and craft stuff on my other channels because I do model kits. I do Gundam model kits and stuff like that. And I also buy figures. And if I customize this space, it'll allow me to do videos about that stuff on my other channel. I'm not going to tell y'all that channel. I want that to happen organically. And then when I get like everything situated in the home and, you know, we get the basement done, then the basement is going to be even better. And you're going to get better stuff. But speaking of that, I know I'm rambling. I'm so excited to have this. So this is Sue Storm. I think that's her name. Yeah, Sue Storm, Invisible Woman from the Fantastic Four. This is from the wonderful Hasbro Marvel Legends series, Fantastic Four. And she is, for whatever reason, the most difficult one to get. Let me see if I can get this to focus. Let me see. She don't want to focus, but she is the most difficult one to get. She's been sold out on Hasbro for forever, and I had to source it through somewhere. I forgot where I sourced it through, and I finally got it paid retail. I wasn't going to pay resale, so I got this in the collection. I'm going to take some photos now that I've got all 4 of them. I probably need to get the Silver Surfer as well and do that. But I do actual photos for other things. I know it might be nerdy, whatever. Fuck it. It's what I like to do. But I picked that up as well. Let me see. But yeah, that kind of ties into me asking you all for help to get this Naruto jersey, man. I'm a blurred. I think that's what it's called, a blurred, a black nerd, I think. Yeah, whatever. Cool with me. Who is doing Naruto merch? Tag a Naruto fan. Who? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What's on the tag? I can't read the tag. I can't read the tag. How are you going to tell me we're getting merch and not tell me who the merch is being made by? That's a bit of a freaking tease. Follow Streetwear Market for more content. Oh, well, fuck. That's great. Releasing March 19th, next month, via the Jump Shop. Oh, okay, there it goes. What is the Jump Shop? Anybody in the chat know what the Jump Shop is? Tell me. But before I get too far off the deep end and start doing a whole bunch of unnecessary rambling, we have been running for 1 hour and 47 minutes. We've had a really great conversation. I've really enjoyed each and every one of you that have come I appreciate each and every one of you who have come through to the channel. Please, if you are new around here, I go by the name HG. I do content about sneakers, streetwear, and fashion, as well as the news involved within our sneaker hemisphere. And if that's something you enjoy, sometimes we leak outside of sneaker news and streetwear content. But if that's something you enjoy, please feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those notification bells, hit that thumbs up, and leave a comment. I recently dropped a video on how to size the Nike Air Jordan 11. It is not just a specific Jordan 11. It is for Jordan 11s, so that the content will be universal forever and a day, unless they decide to just do something wacky with the Jordan 11. But I will be here to update you on that. In that video, it gives you a sizing chart for your feet. And when I say your feet, I mean men and women. It also gives you a semi-in-depth explanation about why your shoes may be fitting funky and what's going on. So it also tells you about the different foot types as well. I'm trying to cover cover it all. So if you find another content creator start talking about foot types, know that it was done here first. It was done here first on the Homegrown Kicks channel. I've never seen a sneaker content creator talk about the different foot types and show you actually what the hell is going on with your feet and how it relates to how your shoes fit. I'm trying to, hey, I'm trying here. I'm trying to give y'all the most informative information possible and something different. So go ahead and check that video out. It's called The Perfect Fit, How to Size Air Jordan 11s. It is on the channel right now. Give it a watch, give it a thumbs up, give it a comment. I greatly appreciate you all. With that being said, man, you know how we do every single time before we leave a live or a video. I cannot leave you all without saying nothing is impossible. Fight for everything you believe in. Don't let anything stand in your way, and dream hungry. We go live Tuesdays. Now it seems that we're going live on the morning times just to chit chat and get things off of our chest. We go live Fridays. When I go live, will always be posted in the community posts and on my Instagram when I can and when I remember. There's so much going on. I love y'all. Thank you all for all the love and support. Give backs coming soon. I said once I reached about 1,600 followers on TikTok, Homegrown Kicks, that I was going to start giving away a lot of these shoes over here that I'm looking at. Some of these shoes and some of these kids' shoes. Because I've got like a stack of kids' shoes about 5 to almost 6 feet high, 6 feet high, that need to be gone. I don't want to resell kids' shoes. I want to give them away to people who have kids who enjoy the hobby of sneakers and want to share the same enthusiasm that I shared with my kid with theirs. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Follow my TikTok. I'm telling you, because I'm going to be doing the giveaways on TikTok for those. I'm not going to announce them on YouTube or any other platform. But yeah, sometimes I do random giveaways for my shoes as well because it's becoming overwhelming. But like I said, I don't want to ramble. Thank you for the love and support. Thank you for kicking it with me. Until next time, I'll catch you all later. Peace. Look for more content on the way. Old or new, it's still going to be something that I'm pretty sure you didn't know about, and it's going to be good even if you did know about it. But thank you all. I'll catch you all later. Have a great weekend. Hope you enjoy All-Star Weekend. I don't know if I'll be watching it, but peace.